Eyewitness News begins with breaking news.
Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Erica Ferrando. We've been following breaking news all morning. A New Orleans deputy constable and a property manager were shot in New Orleans East while serving an eviction. We have multiple crews covering this story from the scene and the hospital where those victims were taken. We first go to Leah McNeil on what is still a very active scene. Leah, what do we know so far?
Well, Erica, there are still dozens of officers and a heavy law enforcement presence out here in the 4700 block of Cronnet Avenue out here in New Orleans East. I'm going to get out of the way so you guys can see exactly what I'm seeing. We've been noticing a lot of movement right here in this apartment complex that is directly behind us. We've noticed the SWAT team kind of moving in and out of apartments. We also saw one man who appeared to be detained, and they've since moved him from that area behind us, but still a very active scene. We do know that they are searching for a suspect at this time. Now, earlier today, just as you said, a deputy constable was shot in his left shoulder and a property manager was shot in his torso while they were attempting to serve an eviction notice to a person living in the apartment complex out here. Now, we did get the chance to speak to Austin Badon, who is with whose office actually initiated, gave the approval for this eviction notice. He said it's just heartbreaking to see that these types of things happen because officers never know what they're walking into when they go to serve that warrant.
Law enforcement is extremely dangerous in and of itself, and so when you have situations like this, when you're going into a unit and you made contact with the people beforehand, but some of them they have issues and they don't want to get out and they pick up a firearm, and that's what you see happening today probably.
And again, they were serving an eviction notice, not a warrant out here on the scene earlier today. Now, we are still waiting on the latest information about how those two are doing. The last update, we heard that they are stable, but still, again, as we continue to get those updates, we'll let you guys know how their condition is doing. But right now, the scene is active. We were initially very close up on this crime scene, but since then, we've been pushed back, of course, for our safety. As we get more details about their search for the suspect with the helicopter still in the air, we'll let you guys know. Erica?
All right, thank you, Leah. And team coverage of this shooting continues with Mike Pearlstein from University Medical Center where the victims were taken. Mike, do we know their conditions at this point?
Well, we did receive some positive news. According to the constable, Lambert Boissier Jr., both of the victims are in stable condition. Now, we don't know the precise conditions. You can be critical and stable, but it appears that they are non-life-threatening injuries. We know that the two were rushed here to the University Medical Center, right up this ramp behind me, as this is the sole level 1 trauma center for the city. They handle gunshot victims, sadly, all the time. We do understand, as Leah said, that the deputy constable was shot in the shoulder. We're not sure about the area of the wounds of the property manager, but again, we did hear positive news that they're both in stable condition. We were monitoring this throughout. The response to this was very rapid. Ambulances got here quite quickly, and earlier we know that the mayor was here talking to the family. The police chief, as well as Constable Boissier, did come out and give some comments. Here's what Lambert Boissier said in his summary of the incident.
We had two deputies on the eviction, and they both well prepared, well trained, and everything was going fine. As we start to complete an eviction, if everything's going smoothly, the second deputy can move on to the next site, and that's what happened. Deputy got shot, told his partner, "I have this under control, you can move forward." He did so, and then something happened. We don't know the details of it yet, but that's when the shooting started.
And just for a little bit of background, the First City Court Constable's Office has 15 full-time deputy constables. They serve dozens of eviction notices a week, rarely with incidents like this, but here we are closely monitoring the conditions of these two victims, and we will bring you more as we get it. Reporting live from the University Medical Center, Mike Pearlstein, Eyewitness News.
All right, thank you, Mike. And we will continue following this story closely. We are hearing that a press conference should be held at the hospital soon. We'll bring that to you when it happens. Stay with us for the latest here on Channel 4, as well as our website, app, and social media pages.